Welcome all to Financial Fitness Program. My name is Samir Bapat, and today we are going to learn about instruments available in stock markets to earn money. Before we begin, I would like to thank you all for your time. I know you have busy lives. Still, you chose to be here, and I'll make sure it is well worth your time. So, what instruments are we going to learn today? We are not going to learn anything about shares. We are not going to learn anything about buying shares and selling shares and how to do that. But we are going to learn about liquid funds, debt funds, gilt funds, and gold funds. And there is a very solid reason why we want to learn about these funds. Now, how many of you watch cricket or understand cricket little bit? Can I have yes from all of you? If you can, everyone just type that if you know cricket or you yes. Okay, great. So you all watch cricket. Tell me one thing. Uh, if you see Virat Kohli, he's a very aggressive player, right? Virat Kohli is very aggressive player. So in case, do you see Virat Kohli only hitting sixes every time? Does he hit sixes on every ball? Every ball hits a six. Or how many of you think on every ball he will hit a four run? No, right? Do you think it is not possible, right? It is not possible to hit six on every ball, four on every ball. We also don't think that when he is going back in his dressing room and he's not hitting six and four on every ball, then his coach will say, "What, buddy? What, dude? You did not hit four and sixes on every ball. You took two runs also. You took singles also, and few balls you just played dot also. What you are not playing properly nowadays. You are like playing some balls without any run. Some balls you are only taking singles. Some balls only you are taking double two runs. Only few balls you are hitting four or six. So how many of you think that his coach will actually speak to him like that? If you say no, type no. If you think yes, type yes. He will not, right? He will not. Even during net practice, when they are practicing at during net practice and all, their coach will teach them all, right? Their coach will teach our Kohli how to defend. Do you agree that his coach will teach him how to defend, how not to hit, how to identify right time and right place when to defend, when to hit a ball, when to hit a six, and save his wicket? How many of you agree that he will be coached for everything, for playing a dot ball, for hitting one run, hitting two runs, hitting four runs, and six runs? So all of it is being trained. How many of you agree that the training will happen all round, right? Yes. Now, keeping in mind, like we started with stock market, we had a full day session, and then subsequent sessions we learned about our moving averages and other things. Now, today we are going to learn something about taking single runs and two runs only. We are not going to talk about hitting fours and six in the stock market. We are talking about taking one run and two runs, or maybe no run also today, because the very important thing in cricket and in financial market is पिच पे खड़े रहना. आई थिंक यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड इन हर्षद मेहता's 1992 scam. It is important to stand on the pitch, to be in the game. To be in the game, it is not necessary that you hit rashly and get out and you are out of the game. The most important thing in cricket or any sports, or let's say many people might be watching baseball also, it is very very important to be in the game, be in the ground. Once you are out, you are out. So when in cricket or when in stock market, when you have to play kabaddi also, you have to be in the game. Someone pawan typed kabaddi also, we need to be in the game. If you're out of the game, you're out. So liquid fund, debt fund, gilt funds, these are like we are taking one run, two run, and we have to use this at a very appropriate moment. It is not that we are going to use it for that, but as taking single run and two run is very very important in cricket, so are this funds also. Okay, everyone okay? Can I have yes from all of you if you are okay learning today how to take only one run and two run or maybe no run? Okay, so we are not talking about fours and six, but this is very very important today. Okay. Someone said I'm not. He's not able to hear my voice. You can increase the volume of your speaker. That will be okay because others are able to hear my voice. Okay. So let's go ahead. So, before we understand what is liquid fund, debt fund, gilt fund, and gold funds, it is important for us to understand because see, unless until we know what type of instrument, how that instrument operates, if we understand the basics of that fund or basics of how it is operate, the foundation, if we understand, it is easy to make decisions to put money with that instrument. If you understand what the stock does, it is easy to put money on that stock. Same way, to understand liquid debt, gilt and gold market, we need to understand what exactly they are doing, what these funds are doing. Name are good, we listen on TV, but we need to understand what they are doing. Before we understand what they do, we have to understand from the company's perspective. Now, how many of you agree? Type yes. If you agree that if we have to start a manufacturing company, then I will have to buy land, I have to buy a building, I have to buy machinery, I have to buy equipment. So for that, which will take maybe 1 or 2 years to build, and some 10-20 years to operate. So I'm taking a loan. Even we take a housing loan, right? We take a housing loan for our house or apartment, and we repay it in 20 years. So it's a long term loan, correct? Same way manufacturing, they will take a loan and it's a capital in expenditure. It comes under capital expenditure. Similarly, the company might be taking a short term loan, maybe for day to day running and all. How many of you take short term loans, day to day loans? Say type yes. How many of you take short term day to day loan for running day to day operations? Type yes. If you don't do it, type no. Okay, so many have typed no, and those who are saying yes, they are typing credit card. Yes, you are taking by credit card. You use credit card, right? How many of you use credit card? Type yes. When you swipe the credit card, is that your money or you are taking someone else's money? When you swipe your credit card in the shop, you are taking the money. If you are going and shopping maybe on the Amazon, on Big Basket or something, you are swiping your credit card, right? And it's not your money, right? You are taking a short term loan. Of course, no one is charging you because they are taking money from the shopkeeper, but you are taking that short term loans of 45 days. You have to repay it. If you don't repay it, you have to take the like pay the interest for that, right? So like at home we take apartment and everything, we are buying apartment, it's a long term loan. Like credit card, I just gave an example, but other things we are buying, let's say grocery and everything to run our day to day household, we pay after 45 days. So we are in fact taking it, the money on loan from someone for 45 days, we repay after 45 days. So this is a operational cost. Capex cost, which is capital expenditure. My apartment, no one will give me apartment or house on a credit card, but they will give me day to day operations on credit card. So that is a operational expenditure. Same is with the industry. They take loan for long term, they take loan for short term. Short term is operational expenditure for day to day requirement, long term is for capital expenditure. Okay, so people, those who don't have credit card, fantastic, they are managing their finances well. Mahesh is saying, I don't have credit card. Great, very good, but majority, I'm just trying to explain the example here. Okay, so capex and opex is very clear. So every company needs money to operate for long term and short term. Why short term? I mentioned. Why long term? I mentioned. Can I have yes from all of you if you have understood this? Okay, great. Thank you. Great energy, guys. So, how can a business get a money? Like for us, it is simple. If I want to buy a house, I'll go to bank. I'll take a housing loan. I'll buy my house or my apartment. But a business, if it is going to have money, or I'll have credit card. These are two ways, same way. But there is one more way in which the business can get the money. Business can get the money from as a loan from bank. Now whenever the bank we are taking a loan, it is called money with liability. That means that money has to be returned for sure. If a company is taking a loan from bank, from floating the debentures and giving debentures, which I'll explain how it happens, it is a loan with the money with the liability. Company has to return, they cannot escape. And money from partners, maybe they will take money from partners, that is called money without liability for giving back. Okay, why it is important for you to understand is because when we go to instrument and many people have doubt, uh, when we are investing in FDs or when we are investing in PPF, there is a assurance. Okay, there is a assurance in our mind that okay, ठीक है, I am not getting lot of interest in this, but still it is okay. It is at least the money is secure there. I'll get some 5-6% return, but money is secure, it's not going anywhere. So you have to understand how these things are working so that you can have more assurance by choosing the right fund. Okay, within this also there will be funds which might disappear, but by getting educated you will choose good fund to invest into. It is something like investing. How many of you remember this Punjab Maharashtra Cooperative Bank or something was there 1 year back? How many of you remember? They just not PNB, not PNB. I'm saying some Punjab Maharashtra or Punjab Sindh Bank, yeah, something like that. PMC Bank, which collapsed, right? So people who chose PMC, their money got, they were thinking they are having a big good interest. That bank disappeared, right? Their interest disappeared. They lost all their savings. So it can happen in the bank also, right? If you don't choose the right bank, it can happen with the bank also, and they are still suffering. They have still not got the money. So when you are going to bank, you have a sense of security, but you have to validate how secure that is, right? Similar to PMC, even these funds, liquid fund, debt fund, gilt fund, you should understand how to identify and when to exit, so that you don't get stuck and your money is lost, not lost in that. So there are two types of loan: money with liability from the company, money from the partners. Money is without the liability. So from long term loan. So if a company is borrowing money from the banks for long term for 20 years, it can either borrow from the bank, it can go to any bank, SBI bank or Industrial Development Finance Corporation, and everywhere they can go and take the loan. So they can take from bank, or there is an option of taking money from the people also. There is another option, taking loan from people also. So what happens is the companies issues debentures. Okay, the company issues debentures in which the company guarantees, okay, you give me money, you give me a loan. Debentures are, let's say, in the valuation of I think 10,000, 20,000. Nowadays it's not coming to public much, but still they, via the mutual funds, they will issue debentures. Debenture is a kind of loan. Nowadays there is some word called crowdfunding like that, right? So crowdfunding, it's not exactly crowdfunding, but what you do is sort of crowdfunding where the company issues a debenture. It issues a debentures, and people buy that debenture. So one who buys the debenture, in that the company says, okay, you are buying this debenture, that means you are giving money to me, I will pay so and so interest to you in 5 years. So it's not a IPO, it's not a share allocation, it's a debt allocation. So why debentures will have fixed guaranteed returns? Because it is loan with liability. If something happens to the company, first the company will be sold, first it will be payment will be done to banks, and then it will be done to the debenture holder. So whatever is the outcome of the sale of the company, it will be given. Okay, so debentures is like taking loan from company. Okay, so it will have a fixed return. How much you return? Usually it will have return, let's say commercial interest is around 15-16%. So debentures also companies will issue at the rate of 15-16%. If the company reputation is good, let's say Tata is issuing. How many of you know Tata's, Ratan Tata and all? Can I have yes from all of you? If Ratan Tata is issuing a debenture, how many of you will have trust on him that no, Ratan Tata is issuing a debenture, that means he will repay my money, there is no risk for giving money to him? How many of you agree? Obviously, yes. So Vinit is saying obviously yes. Same way. So what Ratan Tata might do is, since his name is also there, his trust is also there, he might say, okay, boss, I am giving you guarantee. My name is guarantee. I will give you return. So I will not give you too much of interest. What I'll do is I'll give you 12-13% interest, and then are you ready to take it? So if I'm going and taking debenture from Tata, I'll say okay, 12% to 12%, better than FD, better than our PPF. 12% at least I'll get 10 to, he says 10% only I'll give. I'll say okay, 10% to 10%, I'll at least get better than FD, right? So I will take. But let's say if someone else comes, let's say for example Samir Bapat comes with debentures, then you will think, okay, Ratan Tata is standing here and Samir Bapat is standing here. So you will say, boss, Samir Bapat का कोई भरोसा थोड़ी है. Today he is here, tomorrow he might not be there, he might disappear. So then what I will have to do is, for to attract people, I will have to give a higher interest rate. Ratan Tata may be offering you 10% only. I will be offering you 15%. Maybe I'll say okay, 15%. But see, since my credibility may be little shaky ground, I have to offer a higher interest rate. That's how the debentures are offered. Good companies debentures, they'll give interest rates somewhere around 10 to 11% to the people. Little shaky company, and they will normally offer their debentures at a higher interest rate. Okay, so how it is determined? If you are a normal investor, how do you know that this company is shaky or this company is good? You cannot of course know all 2000 companies, right? So there is something called CRISIL rating. CRISIL rating. There is a CRISIL rating in India, which will CRISIL rating only. Yeah, for companies. Yeah. So they will give rating CRISIL. Yeah, CRISIL rating is there. So they will give rating to the company. So they will give AAA to Tata and maybe some shaky one. Okay. So Shreya is asking how to invest in debentures. I'll come to that. Be with me. So you understood how long-term loans can be, how the money is taken from the market by the company. They will take either from bank, or they will take from people, and they'll say, okay, I'll repay you after 5 years. Please give me money. I'll give you this much interest. So this is for long term. So banks and debentures, money is raised for long term with the interest, and this is a with liability. Company has to give back the money. Everyone okay? Long term, banks and debentures. Can I have yes if you have understood? Okay. So short term again banks will give, or commercial papers, right? So what happens is, like we have credit card and all, like I gave you example of credit card. So what it does is, it's a commercial paper, right? So it is a short term loan by liquid mutual fund. So they will give short-term loans to the company. So what they will do is they'll pay to the company, they'll give, and then company pays, keeps on paying the interest in a faster rate, like in 90 days, 1 day, 2 day, 10 day, 90 days. So these are all commercial paper for day-to-day operations. These short-term loans are required for day-to-day operations. So these are called liquid funds, right? Liquid money, because it is given for short term. It is given, taken, given, taken. So it goes, comes back to the fund houses. Again goes, they get the interest like that. So it's the money is flowing. So it is very liquid. Okay. So the transaction, the rotation happens very fast. Debenture, once you buy, it will come back on the maturity only. Liquid funds, it rotates faster. So hence it is called liquid mutual funds. Again the fund houses gives liquid mutual funds. Okay, so this is a short term loan given by liquid. Now this will not attract much of interest. More is debentures, because you are locking for 5 days, it attracts more interest, or company gives you more interest. But a short term loan, they will give 6 to 7%. So it's almost like FD. This Your returns what you get in liquid fund is almost 6 to 7%. So it is almost, or maybe little bit better than FD. So in liquid funds also it will be there. Again, you have to remember whether investing in debentures or investing in liquid funds. Most important thing is safety and security of my money. Okay, because if I am investing with a wrong fund, which is investing in some hanky panky company, it might disappear, that company might disappear, that fund might disappear. So before investing in any debentures or liquid funds, we have to analyze the underlying company, and I'll tell you how you have to analyze. So everyone okay with short term and liquid commercial paper, short term loans and all? Then third comes partners. So money can be raised through partners. When you are forming a company, you might get money from your partners. Then venture capitalist will come, and or companies go for the IPO, initial public offer. So they go to public. They say, okay, I have grown so much in last 5 years, 10 years. Now I want to grow more. I want partnership from everyone. Please give me money. See, there is a difference between this money and this money. Okay, you have to understand. IPO is company is making you a shareholder. Okay, when the company issues a IPO, it is making you a shareholder. So your money as a partner it goes. You will not get any fixed returns. There will be dividend and all like that. But when you go via debentures, you are not partner. You are giving loan to the company. Maybe 10,000, 20,000, whatever it may be. So there is a difference. There is more safety to this. There is a less safety, but higher risk. So if there is a high risk, there is a high return. But debentures, the risk is lower, so returns are fixed 10%, which is good enough, which is good also. And liquid mutual funds. So this is how you can be there. Now what happens is even government needs money, correct? Even government of India needs money. How many of you agree that the government of India also needs money to do some things and all? They would also like to borrow. One is they'll take tax and all everything, but they will also like to borrow. They go and borrow from the World Bank, and sometimes they borrow from their own citizens, right? Government will borrow from the country's citizens. So what they do is they will issue bonds. Bonds are something like debentures. Okay, they'll issue bonds. So it is called gilt. Gilt means it's a certificate and there is a golden border across it. So it is called gilt bond. So it is sort of debenture issued by government of India, and government of India says, okay, you give me money by issuing that bond. Government of India says that, okay, give me money and I will give you so much interest on that money, and please give me some money. So these are called gilt funds. Okay, this gilt, the funds which invest in the bonds which is issued by government, where the government is taking loan from the market. So it is called gilt. Gilt, and the funds which invest in that is called gilt fund. Okay. Now tell me, if tomorrow some government says, boss, I don't have money, then do you think that is the worst day in the government for that country? If government says, sorry, okay, we took your money, but sorry, we cannot pay back your money, right? Worst day. Ratings will fall, share market will fall, all your money in all banks will go bust. There will be all war here and there, everything system will collapse. Correct? How many of you agree that tomorrow if government says, no boss, I don't have money to prepay you, sorry, really sorry, right? It will be a chaos. If you see other way round, if you are given money to the government, it is in the safest hand. At least before collapsing, at least government will give back the money, right? If you see other way around, that means if I am giving loan to the government, if government is taking loan, even if the company collapse, even if the banks collapse, but whatever loan I have given to government, it will definitely come back to me. Okay, so when I'm giving precedence for the safety point of view, right, we look for safety, many people look for safety. So safest is the gilt funds, government is the safest. Like if you don't want to go for FD in the bank, you can go for the gilt funds, which is again as if giving to government and taking interest from them. Then you can go for debentures from a good company and or liquid funds. Okay, so let me show you where you can find all these funds, and then I will come to you how to find good companies. Okay, so this is the website. Can I have yes from all of you if you are able to see this website here? Yes. Okay. So this is Mutual Funds of India and this moneycontrol.com. These are two good sites, good websites to explore. Then you can what you can do is I'm looking at Mutual Funds of India because they have categorized in very nicely the funds. So I'm looking at it. Money Control is also a good website. See here they have gone equity. Equity we all know we are here for equity only, but right now today is the day for learning how to play for single run and double run. So you can go into liquid. So this is a liquid fund. That means can you see that see the liquid fund they will give short term loans to the company. So what you have to do is and the returns is 7%. So when you are looking at a gilt fund you should be looking at somewhere return of 5%, 7%. Okay, 3 years you can see 7%, 1 year you can see 5%. Depending on the situation of the market, even the FD rates have gone down. It is closely matching with the FD. Okay. So what happens is then why we are interested if it is equivalent to FD. Before I come to that point, and if it is as good as FD, why don't I go and do FD? Right? Why am I looking at this liquid funds? So I'll come to that first. Before that, I want to show you something. What you have to do is one is understand liquid fund is as good as FD. Okay, the returns if you put money in liquid funds for at least I think 30 days or so plus, then you will get equivalent to your FD returns as per your FD. That is point number one. Second is selecting a good liquid fund. You have to what you have to do is I am opening the fund here. Okay, then you have to see where they have given to which companies they have given the money. Okay, I'm telling you how to identify a good liquid fund. Okay, so if you click on that, then you should be going to portfolio. Portfolio means to which all people they have given the money. So they have given some 16% to Government of India, NABARD they have given 3.93, Reliance, Jamnagar, Axis Bank, L&T Infra, L&T Larsen and Toubro. So how many of you think you can understand this companies look to be okay, this companies and even government of India? How many of you think it is okay? Right? It looks okay. So it does. They have given to almost safe companies. Looks fine. You can go ahead and invest. You can find like that. You have to do research. Okay. Once you have to you see in the portfolio that they have given to some hanky panky company. Don't invest in that liquid fund. So whenever you are buying any liquid fund, first open that liquid fund. Check where all they have invested their liquid money, because this is liquid money, right? So and see whether the companies look okay, decent or not. You understand those company. If you think those companies are okay, they have given proper allocation, then only you should go and buy in buy that liquid fund. Everyone okay how you should buy that liquid fund? Okay, it is very because we are looking at the safety, right? So we should at least know where this liquid fund is investing, right? So we should go and look at the where they have this thing. Okay, so Manoj is asking for to show the steps. Okay, I'll just go through the steps once again quickly. What you have to do is I'll close this window. Okay, you want to invest in a mutual fund, okay, in a liquid fund, okay. This is Mutual Fund of India. You can type Mutual Funds of India, go to liquid funds. Then you see, okay, I am seeing, okay, this is giving 1 year 5.39, 5.31, 5.38. Okay, so I will select this first four. So select the top four. Okay, then you open it, this fund. Let's say we are opening the Tata Money Market Fund. Okay, we open it. Now I want to invest, so I should be investigating where I am investing. I should not play like cards, like blind kichal. No, it's not a teen patti game or a gambling, right? We should be investigating where we are investing money. Okay, so I'll open it. I'll go. It will open. So can you see this? Now I have opened Tata Money Market Fund. Can I have yes? Okay, so I opened it. Then I want to see, boss, where they have put the money. So they have put some in Government of India 15%, Small Industrial Development 8.5, Reliance, Sundaram, Treasury Bill, Axis Bank, Deutsche Investment, NABARD, and all. So we should be. It looks okay. If you it looks okay, uh, we should invest it. Yes, in the Ram is saying in the example you showed allocation did not total up to 100%. Yes, you have to go further. Like you can go to the website, download the brochure of this fund. It will give the all details. Here they are giving limited details. I think brochure will be somewhere here. Portfolio. Okay, let's see portfolio what they are saying here. If we click on the portfolio, it will give portfolio. They have to declare. They cannot hide that portfolio. Okay. Looks like my no, all will be given. They have to give. They have to declare. Some like Manoj is saying, major are given. No, everything is given there, right? No, they will give the my website. This net looks to be slow, so it's not opening properly. It's okay. Once it opens, I'll come to you that. I'll show you that. So why we should invest in liquid funds? Okay. Now what happens is why we should use liquid fund. How many of you, if we put FD in the banks, right? If we put FD in the bank, in majority of banks, if we are putting money in FD, do you think it is locked for 1 year, 6 months at least? Yes? How many of you agree with me? If you are putting FD in the bank, it is locked for at least 1 year. And let's say if you are breaking the FD, there may be some penalty or no penalty, but they will give you interest of they'll give a lesser interest, right? So they will not give you an interest rate of 6%. They might give you regular interest of 3%. How many of you have experienced that if you break the FD, they'll give a normal. If it is locked, if you break the locking, they'll give. Yes. Now here is the point, right? Here is the point. Again, when you have to renew, again it will be renewed for more longer time. Liquid funds, as you can see, it is giving the returns almost same as FD. It is giving returns almost same as FD. But when you park the money in this liquid funds, once it crosses around, I think, 30 days, you start getting interest returns as good as FD, and you don't have to give notice and say, okay, break my FD, and then they'll reduce the interest. Whatever you have gained is gained. You will get the returns, and you have a liquidity of taking back money within 1 or 2 working days. So that is the liquidity you have in liquid funds. So it is better than FD in a way. It is returns is similar to FD. So why should I choose liquid fund? Because it is liquid. If I have to break FD, they will reduce my interest rate. But if I am breaking liquid fund, it is not reducing my interest rates. Tax implications are similar to FD. Okay. So FD also you will have to pay tax. If you are having 10,000 and more, you will have to pay tax. Here also I think it is similar tax. So you have to pay the tax. But liquidity is there. See, you want the money, and why we want money is, so one point, everyone is okay that this is having more liquidity, though the returns are same, but the liquidity is same. You, if you want after 1 month, if you want to withdraw and day, one day you can withdraw, right? So we are putting in liquid fund for the liquidity part of it. Point number one. Point number two, why I should park in liquid funds? Because my problem, I'll tell you my problem. Okay, maybe it is a problem of everyone, I don't know. Maybe you people can confirm this to me. But my problem is, if the money is lying in front of me in my bank account, I usually tend to spend it. Okay, what happens is, if the money is there, I might think, okay, so can I spend, can I buy this, can I buy that? So I have a tendency of spending it. So what happens is, my discipline might go towards my investment. So maybe the stock market is falling, maybe it is going sideways, maybe there is not much opportunity available, maybe I am waiting for opportunity to come. What should I do? I don't want to leave my money in my bank account, because if I see it, I will spend it in a TV, in a bike, or something expensive, or maybe I'll buy some diamond, and also it will go away. So what I usually do is, as soon as the money comes in the month end, when I was working, so as soon as the salary would come, I would do my investments, keep something for my expenditures. Whatever is left, I would remove it from in front of my eyes, put it in the liquid fund, waiting for the opportunity to come. So first thing I used to do is put it in the liquid fund, wait for the opportunity to be invested in stock market. So that way gradually you start building. Even if I found something excess, even if that is not planned for this month, I would put it in the liquid fund. Second thing is, if I have to pay for my kids' school fees and all, right? If I have to pay for my school fees for my kids, okay, no, most of the, Jitu is saying most of the liquid funds now have a lock-in period of 3 months. Don't invest in that. As simple as that, right? If there is a lock-in, don't put there. Simple. Liquid fund should be liquid. Okay. So, how many of you pay your fees of your kids in monthly basis or lump sum? How do you pay your kids' education, school fees or college fees? Is it lump sum or this thing, right? Okay, quarterly, right? So what you can do is, see, so many people, what the second problem which comes is, okay, second problem when financial planning comes is, which I faced, okay, when I was, so this is the part of my self discipline journey. So what I used to do is, whenever I will divide, let's say if I have to spend, let's say 60,000 for giving to school, it's 5,000 rupees per month. So as soon as the salary will come, I'll put 5,000 in liquid fund in the name of school education. Then I have to pay my LIC premium of 60,000 in a year. I'll put 5,000 in the name of LIC premium. So whatever I have to do lump sum, I will calculate it in the monthly basis, and I'll keep putting everything in liquid fund and let it start earning money. Whenever that lump sum has to be paid, pay by credit card, liquidate your liquid fund, pay to credit card, and that's it. So you don't have to scramble Tomorrow when you have to pay your LIC policy, suddenly you swipe for 60-70,000, and that month you are scrambling for, boss abhi to 70,000 ho gaya, now I'll have to convert it into EMI and EMI and everything, right? So you have to plan. You can plan and use that liquid fund. So these are various ways. So I'll summarize. Way number one is, if you are waiting for an investment to happen, you can do some investments. You are waiting, keep your money aside in the liquid fund, wait for the opportunity in stock market or anything, keep it aside. When the moment comes, take it in, pump in the stock market and earn money. That is one. Second, you can plan your yearly expenditures. Whatever is the yearly lump sum expenditures, convert them into monthly expenditures, and those small portions you keep on putting in liquid funds. Let it grow, money, let it grow. Whenever that requirement comes, withdraw and spend. So it will give you a better money management. How many of you are okay with what I have suggested? So this is the use of liquid fund. This is, we have learned to play single run. Okay, what we have learned right now is how to take one run. It's not 4, not 6, it is a single run. Okay, now debt funds. Debt funds is, again, the process is same. When we are buying debt funds, see, now the debt funds 1 year, sometimes it gives 40%. Okay, in debt funds you don't look at 1 year, sometimes it will give you huge returns. See, this year they have given, debt fund itself has given so much huge returns, but usually you should look at this 3 year and 5 year. Normally debt funds will give you a better return. It is sort of greater than PF. Okay, so you have to look at this. So debt fund will give you 9%, 9.5. Liquid fund is giving you 7%. Liquidity is more. Debt funds you will have to keep for a longer duration for getting a decent return, at least 1 year. So if you want a return of 9% or more, you will have to invest in a debt funds like 9% and all. Again, the process is same. You have to click on the fund, go and find out where they are investing. Okay, let's see if this is invested. Okay, see, this detailed portfolio is there. If you go in the portfolio here for the debt fund, sorry, the net is slower or the website is slow, I don't know. Let me find a debt fund here. Okay, so let's see, debt long term. Okay, so okay, so the liquid fund, they are saying debt short term, debt long term. And if you see, if I click at Tata Income Fund, let's see where they are investing, and it will give you the entire portfolio, period returns, portfolio. Okay, so this is the portfolio. Okay, so where they have invested, why it is not showing the complete portfolio, detailed portfolio analysis. Okay, so if you click on detailed portfolio analysis, then again it is giving summary. Okay, debt holding portfolio. So this is the companies to which they have given the loan for long term. So these companies have issued the debentures. It is called debt funds. Companies have issued debentures, and this company has given money to them, taking interest. So you have to see whether you are okay with all these companies or not. If you think it is okay, you can invest in debt fund. So before investing, just because someone came and advised you, boss say this is a very good debt fund, blah 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 blah, don't listen. First take the name from him, go to website. Now the information is available everywhere. Go and see where it is investing. It should be investing in AAA rating, then only you invest. Don't get greedy in debt fund and liquid funds or even equity funds to have few more interest. You will earn money, don't get greedy. You have to first see the security of your money, the safety and security of your money. Go and verify whether these companies are from AAA companies. All are AAA, and this is Government of India. So this looks good, right? Fine. So you can invest in debt funds if you are investing for a longer term. So you have to again go investigate and invest for a longer term, which will give you 10%. Now why do I need to invest in debt funds when I have liquid funds? Why do I have debt funds? Let's say let's say if I want to my son or daughter or some requirement is there after 1 or 1.5 years, right? If some requirement is coming after 1.5 years, 2 years, something which the expenditure has to be done, I cannot take much chances with that expenditure. I have to spend. I can put part that money in debt funds where I will get a liquidity, where I'll be able to withdraw also in 2 days. Also, it will give me 8 to 10% return, which is much better than my FD. So I can go and invest either in debt fund, or I can choose to invest into gilt fund. Gilt funds are purely bond funds, which again gives return of 8 to 9%. So either you can, if you want to be very sure, okay, if marriage is coming, if your kid's marriage is coming, you don't want to lose that money, you can go and invest funds. If you are happy with 9.5, some people, we have a limit in PF, right? How many of you know there is a limit in PF for investment? How many are you are investing in PF? PPF, sorry, not PF, PPF. Right, there is a limit in PPF, you cannot invest beyond that. So what do you do, right? So you can, but you want good returns of 9.5 returns, right? Correct. So you can go and do in this. Okay, someone is asking for RD, how much interest do you get in RD? 6%, right? So this is better than RD, right? You go do and gilt funds are like government bond funds. It's a government of India, right? So if you want to have 9%, 10%, you can go and put in gilt. But if you want to secure your Santosh is saying I invest in PPF, but there is a limit to PPF, right? 1.5 lakhs only you can put in PPF. Beyond that, if you want to have 9.5% return, PPF is also giving 7.5. If you want to have 9.5 return, then you can also, PPF you cannot withdraw for 7 years. Here you can withdraw for whenever you want, right? So you can invest in this funds. Okay, once if you want to go beyond PPF, you want 9%, you want security for in a longer term, when I am going to have something in 1 or 2 years, I can go and invest in gilt funds. Okay, everyone okay? Use of liquid fund, debt fund and gilt funds. Yes, we can invest. Someone is asking, can we invest in in SIPs? Yes, you can always do in SIPs. Tax benefits, I don't. I'm not a very big fan of taking tax benefits when it comes to investments. Okay, equity linked saving schemes. See, I am not a very big fan of saving taxes when I am talking about stock market, debt fund, gilt fund. Okay, so I may be the wrong person to whom you are asking whether can I save the tax. No, I don't want to save the tax. Okay, don't have that attitude. If you are okay, this is one thing which you have to keep in mind when you are joining my webinars. Okay, and I'm really serious when I am saying that you have to keep in mind. I'm really very serious. I am not at all big fan of saving taxes, because anything done to be saving taxes will not give you the desired returns for wealth creation as much. They will save you a short term tax, but there is always a lock in. There are some restrictions on their investments and all. Okay, I am the wrong, the worst, the last person you should talk about tax savings. Okay, I am not that person who saves the tax. I never thought about it any time. I will never think about it any time in future. I believe in more and more earning, more and more paying the tax, because I believe in generating more income rather than saving whatever I have generated. If they are taking tax, I'll generate more. So I have that approach. So if you are here in this webinar, I think you should also have this approach. I want to earn more, I want to pay more taxes. Think I want to pay more taxes. Don't even think of saving the taxes. So how do I save this 5, 10 rupees, 20 rupees? What 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs, what you will save? 50,000 rupees, right? Maximum. But we are not here to earn 50,000. We are talking about something generating a wealth in crores. We are not talking of saving in 50,000, 40,000, 20,000, right? So don't ask these questions to me. I'm the last person to ask this question. Fine. Okay. So everyone understood? Can I have confirmation? Liquid fund, debt fund, gilt fund. Yes? Okay. And use of it. Gold funds, again we have gold funds when we do, so you can invest in gold rather than buying gold in the market. You can invest into gold funds, right? So they invest in gold B's, gold ETF regular plan access gold fund. Let's see what DSP World Gold Fund, let's see what they are investing into. Okay. Many people are asking explain debt again. I have already explained, so I'm not going back there. I'll be uploading the video shortly, so you can go and have a reference there. Okay, because it looks like you have joined little late, which is okay. I'll upload the video. Okay, detailed portfolio analysis for gold fund. Let's go to it and. There is a detailed portfolio analysis. Mutual fund. Okay, I don't know. Okay, normally gold funds will be investing in gold. So if you want to, don't buy to want to buy gold or keep in your locker or in safety, you can as well go and buy gold. Normally, when the markets are crashing, the gold prices will go up. It is inversely proportional to market. So you can hedge the market buying the gold funds. So what I will do is, so this was the agenda for today. So if you have any questions, type in your name and then I'll come to you one by one so that you can ask the question. I'll explain about the open-ended fund, close-ended fund. I'll cover the ETF there. Okay, right now I'm not covering those things there, and I'll cover the types of mutual funds, open-ended, close-ended, what is the entry fees and all. We'll cover that in 1 hour sometime. So let me go. Okay, Amit, please unmute yourself. You can ask the question. Yeah, yeah, yeah.